Well, good evening and welcome, Carson Witt. The lone. This is broadcast is for Carson Witt out in New Jersey, here to watch her teammates in their first exhibition match of the season. Good evening. I'm Dan Kinzinger alongside Carson Witt, who's watching in New Jersey, as I just said. I'm going to run it into the ground because you're the only one watching right now, Carson. That's it. It's you. Well, I guess there's two people. I don't know who the second one is yet. But this is for Miss Carson. And Maddie Dems. If Maddie Dems is not here, Maddie Dems could be watching. That could be the other one as well. I don't have a time start for this. No, I do not. This is supposed to kick off at 5:30, I believe. Doors are closing right now. We're not letting anybody else into the gymnasium. If you're not in here, you're not permitted. Coach Morin is actually shutting the gym doors as we speak. All right, so what do we got going on here tonight? Well, this is what we've got going on here tonight. I have got to turn my headset up quite a bit more than it already is, because that is not happy for Dan. Oh, let's see here. There we go. That's better. That's where it should be. All right, nothing fancy here tonight. No cool logos, no starting lineups, no rosters, nothing like that. I don't even have a list of names. I'm going off the sheer memory of the girls that played last year and those who have came up and now joined the varsity squad. I believe I got all of them. We will see. Led, of course, by Miss Grace Masters, our lone senior on the squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the remaining 9 that are here are juniors. And then a couple of sophomores in there as well. Missing tonight, of course, Maddie Dems, the way it looks, and Carson Witt. Carson decided she did not want to play tonight, that she was not yet prepared enough to compete with the likes of Cornerstone Christian Volleyball, and decided to flee to New Jersey, where she thought she would be safe. Yay, did she know that we would YouTube stalk her, and that she would watch the demise of the Tremont squad live from New Jersey, sans her absence. I gotcha. The second person is Mr. Chadwitt, watching in the dining room. It's obviously, this is not a family ordeal. They would be watching on one TV altogether. But instead, no. We will separate ourselves and watch from separate viewing sites. All right, in all seriousness, tonight just an exhibition round against Tremont. Tremont came out here to Cornerstone last night. JV played Tremont. JV won against Tremont in 3 sets. It was a very long match, running almost an hour and a half. There were no officials. There were many plays that would not have flown in any normal game. But it was fun to watch. Nonetheless, the girls pick up a victory, and now the no longer I am the you are on the TV now. Gotcha. All right. So the JV girls, if we're going to give them a record at this point in time, they are 2-2 on the season, on the non-season. On the exhibition season, they played in the Illini Elite League. Hi, Dave Wolf. How you doing? Sure, come on up. Looks like I am going to have a color guy tonight. Mr. Dave Wolf is going to join. Fantastic. We're just going to make this an ordeal. I do not have my typical guy, Jeremy Masters. He is going to enjoy from the stands tonight. This is just a fun night. It sounds like Mr. Dave Wolf's going to pop up here and join as well. All right, so back to the Illini Elite League. Wednesday night, what I thought was going to be one game and done was actually 3 games. It's going to last every week, 3 games for the next month. I didn't know that, but it is the case. The JV girls went 1-2 on the night. Both of their losses, though, incredibly close, and they played very well. This is a different JV team than you are going to that you have seen the last couple of years. It's different strengths, different weaknesses. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Regardless. Hello, Dave.
Is Jeremy not helping you?
Not tonight.
Okay.
It's just me. It's you, me, Carson, and Chad.
Where are they?
They're in New Jersey, watching right now.
Oh, nice. I didn't think I'd get a chance to do this again with you,
I
brother.
know. It's
Look at you.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
I did this. I put this together for 2 reasons. Number one, I wanted to make sure stuff worked, and I remembered how to do it. But then number 2, I knew we'd have a couple that were out of town that would probably enjoy watching tonight.
Yes.
So this live stream is only up for the live stream, and then it's coming straight down. It's not going to be on the YouTube channel to rewatch again later tonight because Morin wanted it up. So Carson and some others can watch, and then it's coming down so nobody sees offensive schemes and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because apparently,
Apparently there's secret schemes in volleyball.
Apparently so. Not that I have no idea.
I didn't know that. Basketball is more just execution,
Yep.
and we're just going to get it down there. And
Yep.
I didn't know volleyball was so secretive, but that's okay.
Apparently it is.
We're gonna respect that.
So the varsity last night was at Illini Elite until 9:30 or so. 3 matches. Would they finish? Were they 1-2 as well?
I don't know if they won at all. Did they?
I think they won 1.
Did they win 1?
The last one of the night or the second? I don't know. They were 1-2 as well.
Did they beat Greenview?
They
I
beat
think it was Greenview, and then
Yep.
lost to Hardham, who usually has
Yep.
a traditionally very good volleyball program, but I guess it was close. And then they took it to a loss to, I think, the fifth.
Normal West, Normal Community.
I don't know, but somebody that got 5th in the state last
Yeah,
year.
it was Normal Community, I believe.
All right.
And I think they took it on the chin pretty hard.
Yeah, but that's how you get better.
That's how you learn.
That's how you get better. Now you get the Tremont Turks coming in here, my old stomping grounds.
That's right. And many of these girls were probably to your knee height back when you were there.
Yes, I only know one of them, at least one that I recognize. That would be Lily Klaus. She is on the far left, drinking out of the Stanley right now. This
is the downside about anything exhibition-wise, is that there are no rosters, there are no numbers. You have to go off of sheer memory. I think I've got this though. I think we'll be fine on our side. I have nothing for you on Tremont's side though.
Yeah, I only know one Turk so far that I know, and I know the coach.
Okay.
Good friend of ours, Tiffany Klaus.
Oh, so that's her daughter then.
That would be her daughter.
Gotcha.
And I think Lily is one of the better ones on the team from what I understand.
Fantastic.
They lost a lot from last year. They had some girls that are going to play. I think one girl's going to play at Olivet Nazarene, and that would be the Flutter girl, Kenzie Flutter.
Okay.
Shane Andrews, their tall girl from last year, she graduated. Bella Porritt graduated. She was their libero last year. So they lost a lot this year, Tremont. But they're well coached, and they should be pretty decent this year. So
it was fun watching the JV girls last year as well, because that is a preview of what is yet to come.
Yes, for Cornerstone.
For Cornerstone. You know, you're going to have really, Dave, we're going to have 2 years of this squad that you're going to see tonight, minus
Grace
Masters.
Yep.
This is her senior year.
Yep.
And she is a key component in there.
Yes.
But the core group of this team, and I use core lightly because I consider Grace to be in that core. The core group of this team is going to be around, unless they move to New Jersey, are going to be around for a long time here, for a couple of years to watch.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, these girls have been playing together a lot for the last 4 or 5 years
Yeah, they
since
have.
junior high, so that helps. That's kind of what our boys basketball team did last year, making that run to state with
Yep.
those guys playing together since 5th grade and knowing each other, and there's something to be said for that.
Well, and Coach Warren, he's doing it already. He was in here. When was I in here? About 2 weeks ago. I was in here about noon, and Warren was in here with junior hires or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. He was in here with junior hires, elementary students, or somebody.
Sure.
Already working with them.
Yeah. Well, that's how you build a program. You got to build it from the ground up, and in all levels and stuff. And I think that's why camps are good. We had good basketball camps here this summer. Your son was really good in the shooting one. So
he grew a whopping 2 inches since last year.
But if he's anything like his father, there's not a shot he doesn't like.
This is true.
So.
This is true. Or a shot he won't take.
Do we need to call him the black hole? So yeah. No, but we had some really good camps this summer for basketball. I know volleyball camps have been. I don't know if they've had them already, if they're coming up, but I know Jeff has worked a lot with the girls and at the younger levels, and gets the varsity girls involved with that, so they're building relationship with the younger students, and that's always key to build your program, because you get these young Cyclones that look up to these older Cyclones and say, someday I want to be like that.
I'm pretty sure that you've got one more camp coming up yet this year?
No, we're all done.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've had both years. You had
yes,
2, right?
Yes, we had elementary and girls camps early in the first week of June, and then we had shooting camp. And next year we'll do 2 shooting camps. One will be introductory, the other one will be more advanced. So we'll work more on shooting off the screen, cutting, all those good things. But it was really successful. I was really pleased with camps this year, and super excited for the future. But as I tell the kids, you got to practice outside of the hour and a half or 2 hours you have with me. So
champions are made in the off season.
Yes. Yep. So
hence why we're here tonight.
Yes. So
hey, by the way, I am actually I'm going to coach 7th grade junior high boys basketball.
Yes.
So do you want to do some volleyball calls with Mr. Masters in my absence once we get game started?
We'll think about that. We'll talk about that.
All right.
I can't fill your shoes, Dan. There's no filling
of
your shoes.
They're extra wides. That's why. they're like E's.
Does that mean I have to eat more MSG?
That's right.
Aubrey and I were joking the other day when she was over. So, I was just telling her, your dad and I talk about food all the time when we're on the broadcast. Do. So,
I got into it last night. My father-in-law was on, and I was joking that my wife was home watching. She should prepare dinner. And anybody who knows my wife knows she is the most fantastic person in the world. But she does not enjoy cooking. I do all the cooking in the house. And so her father-in-law were giving me recipes for her to cook.
Really?
So I had a chili rubbed salmon with orange oyster sauce glaze on top that was coming. And then I was also giving the reasons why I do not like plain spaghetti and how to make the proper spaghetti sauce.
Yes.
So we went through all that last night in the midst of it. It was just me up here. I was purely entertaining myself.
Nice.
It was one of those things where we were an hour into this game, and I'm thinking, all right, guys, somebody take one for the team here and wrap this up.
So did you make the chili salmon with the
no,
glaze?
but I tell you,
that's Sarah makes that.
She didn't make it. I wound up having to stop at Chi Express on the way home and getting some teriyaki chicken. So
had to keep that MSG coming.
That's right.
Oh, brother. So Dan and I the other night on July 4th were sending each other pictures of our grilling adventures.
Correct. This is correct.
I had a lot of dead beef sitting on my grill. And
how many girls did you have over there?
We had it ended up having, I'd say all in all with kids, probably 12.
Seriously?
10 to 12, yeah. A lot of them came later, so.
So we were going to be just with best 2 out of 3, you said, okay. We were going to go watch fireworks here in town, but girls went to your house. Aiden said he wanted to go to a friend's house, so my wife and I, we sat on our porch.
Did you?
We did.
Did you watch the fireworks?
No, we couldn't see anything. We could hear it. It sounded like World War III going off.
Okay. We got to watch ours right from our front yard. So
Did
maybe
you?
next year we'll have you come over.
That would be fun. We would do it.
And we'll
Did the rest of the crew go to the park?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we stayed home, and so yeah, it was nice. I didn't have to beat any crowds. I didn't have to.
See, I don't like people to begin with. That's one of the reasons why I love this so much. Is I'm isolated in my own head. I don't. If I keep talking, nobody bothers me, and I can just do my own thing.
I really thought playoff time was going to be our last call, and then I abandoned you. I'm so sorry.
You did. No, you were not.
I was.
You did it for your son. If your son wasn't playing, you would have been there.
I would have been there with you. But I wanted Doug to have the opportunity if Doug's listening tonight.
Doug, I doubt is listening. He is actually in Tennessee. I think his daughter is playing. His daughter and her boyfriend. What's his name? Josh, James, Jimmy, Jacob.
Stanfield?
Stanfield, that's it.
There you go. Jam Acoustic?
Wow, Jam Acoustic. There we go.
Is she playing the Orange Blossom Special?
I have no idea.
Or The Devil Went Down to Georgia by Charlie Daniels?
So that one I've actually mixed Charlie Daniels before, and I will tell you that Charlie Daniels does not play that live. That was a complete track I had to play for him.
Was it?
Sure was.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see how our girls do.
So out there we've got Kate Hancock. Is that Leah Huffman? I believe it is.
Leah Huffman.
Karis Wolf. Grace Masters, Aubrey Kinzinger, and
Carly Agnew.
Yep.
We're missing Carsonian Witt.
Carcinogen Witt.
She's out in New Jersey?
She is.
My goodness.
She's in Jersey.
You're actually vacationing in New Jersey?
Apparently they go out there quite often. This one up to Agnew. Back set. Karis has to retreat a little bit. Dug out nicely by the Turks. Bump back up, going over the net. And right there to block it is Leah Huffman. Fired over deep. And Hancock right there. Nice pass up to Agnew. Short set up to Karis Wolf. And I think during a game that might have been she might have thrown that a little bit.
That looks like a carry to me.
It looked a little bit like a carry.
Yes.
Maybe not. We'll see in the first game.
I don't know.
But well done. Cyclones lead 1-0, even though the scoreboard just went off. Nice serve by Kinzinger. This one set up by Tremont. Back rolls over the net and down. And it'll be a side out back to the Turks.
Yep. You know, Lauren used to do that all the time. She used to do kind of that little pushover, and I would always ask her, isn't that a carry? And she explained to me how it wasn't for some reason.
Hey,
but
good for them. That's why we don't do this.
Yeah. We could go down and ref. I wouldn't know what to do.
We could. I wish I had long enough cables, and this is wireless. Wolf over to Hancock, who tries to hit it across court and over the net, and that is no good. It is now 2-1. They are working on the scoreboard right now. Oh, they don't know how to enter the code. They have to enter the code. Do you know how to work that scoreboard, Dave?
I do know how to work the scoreboard.
You want to run down and show them? I'll hold off for a
right.
second. I will keep talking. Dave's going to go down and get the scoreboard set up. He's coming. He's coming down. Make sure it's not the basketball one that's on there either. All right, so Cyclones get this back. It's something to something right now. I'm not for sure what it was. I wasn't fully paying attention, but rotation now happening. And Karis Wolf going back to serve for the Cyclones. Emily Ionescu checks in. For Grace Masters up the front row. She jumps up in the air, misses that one, and a diving Kinzinger unable to reach it as well. So side out going back over to Tremont. And Masters comes back into the back row for Karis Wolf. Couldn't tell you what the score is right now. Kinzinger, nice pass up to Agnew. Near side, Hancock loads, fires, back row. Blocked out and brought up nicely. Fired from the cross court from the far outside hitter there, the left-hand hitter, or left side hitter, and puts it down the line and for a point for the Turks. Like anything else, I am completely out of practice. My chops will come back. If not, this is what you listen to. Kinzinger pass up. Agnew, near side, Hancock loads, fires, back corner and down. And that is where we saw Kate end of the year last year. Struggling a little bit at the beginning of the season, got her sea legs under about midway, and was rocking and firing there by the end of the season. Heil back to serve now into the game for Agnew. That one goes just, they're going to say it was inbounds. Nobody's going to argue with it. The officials aren't even existing right now, so it's whatever Morin says, and he didn't complain. So it must be inbounds. And a side out back over. to the Turks of Tremont. Back row, pass up. Heil over to Masters. Set again, far side. Loads, fires, blocked at the net by Anescu. But it goes out of bounds on the Cyclone side, and it will be a point over to Tremont. It is now, it says 13-3, which is not true. It should be 6-3. Back row, that one out of bounds. Way to let it go. And it'll be a point, and the ball back to Cornerstone. Kate Hancock. Out back. Hancock back to serve. This one back row, brought up. Backhanded over. Hancock knocks dig. Heil over to Agnew. Fires. Back row dug out. Over to the center. Now far side. This one's be trouble. The net tipped down. Agnew. And a nice block on an offset. Came right to the top of the net. Carly Agnew right there. And was able to knock it down. Hancock with the first point there from service. Serves again. Back row. Digs it out. Up front, now far side. Loads, tip over, right off the top of the hands. Heil there to bring it back over in one. Here we go again. Setter, far side again. Loads, fires. Back row, Hancock can't quite get to it. And it's now 7-5. And it will, 8-5. Tremont leads. There we go. And side out back to the Turks. Tremont now back to the middle. Masters there. Up to Heil. Heil sets Agnew. Loads. Cross court. That one long and out of bounds, though. And a point over to the Turks. Substitution coming in, and that's Lizzie Hennard in the back row for Aubrey Kinzinger. Tremont leads by 4. Fires back row. Masters 2 hands up to Heil. Heil now near side. And that was Hennard. Fires one into the net. 10-5. Tremont back again. Loads into the net, and it'll be a side out. Back over to the Cyclones. Wolf rotates back into the game for Anescu up in that front pocket as Anescu rolls to the back. And Masters now with her first serve. I have a sneaking feeling there's going to be a lot of rotations going on this year from the Cyclones. Nice kill attempt by Tremont, and it's going to go just shy. 10-7. Good job, Wolf. You got the scoreboard going.
It took a while.
What they had to do? You had to reset it a couple times.
I had to reset it, yeah, and I had the wrong. I think they're putting wrong code in and all that kind of stuff. So, you know what they say: jack of all trades, master of none.
Wolf bumped this one over, might have stepped across the line, but nobody called it because there is no officials. This one into the net, bounces off, and a point to the Cyclones. 10-8. Tremont leads, but Masters back to serve. She's got a couple of service points now tonight. Masters back and fires. This one going the wrong way. Give and chase. What a great job by Tremont. Hancock saves it up to Heil. Bump near side. Hennard. This one tipped at the net. Down. And that's a point for the Cyclones. She's somebody who I have high hopes for this year. Lizzie.
Yeah, if she can string it together.
Yep.
I think the big thing we talked about last year is just mental toughness.
Yep.
You know, these girls got to be mentally tough. Not hang heads. And
you've got to be able to absorb the hard times.
Yep.
Tip over. Dug out by Masters. Heil now far side. Agnew, nice kill attempt over. Far side now, loads, tips at the net, brought back up, nice save. Quick tip over, dug out by Hennard. Set up, Hennard again just has to bump it over, and it's going to be played by the Turks here. Set to the middle, quick tip over. Heil, back to Agnew. Tip over, dug out. Playing a nice little game of cat and mouse here. And Tremont's got a couple of girls that can do what not Hitteman, but who am I talking about? We had the
Callista.
Not Callista.
Or Jessica.
Jessica Halverson.
Yeah, that cross
could do that cross court hit. Yep.
It's an effective one if you don't get that backline defender up there reading that.
Well, Cyclone's back within one, 11-10. And Agnew back to serve. That's a long serve by Agnew. And that's one of the things that I've seen from Carly. She is a fantastic volleyball player. Her whole family are volleyball players. She's another one. We've got several girls that when it gets in their head, it bothers them, and then that really carries over. You see that carry for the entire event.
Yeah.
Morin going
to get the ball out of the boys' locker room.
Must win locker room.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just sports. You and I both know that. It's, mental toughness.
Yep.
Even we saw it in the States, boys basketball, right?
Yep.
Got down to Jabot, and some of these other ones started hanging our heads in the second half. And, you just got to keep fighting towards the last one, and that's what we want to see happen with these girls because they have a lot of talent.
Yep, there's a lot of potential out here on the court. Tremont back to serve, leading by 2. Fires back row. Masters, nice pass up. Agnew, Hancock from the back row.
A nice play. Nice hit by Kate.
Timed that perfectly, and that was one of the things that I was hoping to see from Kate is timing her jumps.
Yes. Yeah, I heard she had a really good winter and spring, and hopefully she'll.
Oh, what a block by Wolf!
Nice play by Karis.
12-12. Yeah, you were saying she had a.
I heard Kate had a really good winter and spring, and hopefully that translates into more confidence this year. And
well, she took the track season off to try to let her knee heal a little bit. So that hit the upright, and that will be a point to the Cyclones. So it should be 13-12 Cyclones. Yeah, they don't know how to change the score. This one going the wrong way. And the Cyclones now going to be up by 2, 14-12. There, 14-12. Another serve. This one goes out of bounds, though, for Lizzie. And at 14-13. Here in set number 1, just an exhibition match. Good evening and welcome to all those joining. We've got several now popping on. So we're going to have to watch ourselves. It's no longer just for Carson Witt, who's out in New Jersey. We miss you, Carson. Nice dive attempt there. Back row.
Nice little play by Karis, just tapping it over, finding an open area.
And I think she's learned that, too. She doesn't have to. Everybody loves to see that slam.
Yep.
But it's more of a finesse game than anything.
Yep.
Nice serve by Wolf. This one a great play to keep it in play for Tremont. Leah Huffman, a quick hit by Emily Anescu and a rebound. Back up and over, set to the middle, fires back row and off the hands of Lizzie Hennard. And out of bounds, side out back over to Tremont.
Big thing's going to be this year for the girls, unforced errors. You got to limit those, on your serves, on, so many of those opportunities, unforced errors, you got to get rid of those.
Yep.
We saw that a lot last year. That was a big difference in some of the games.
No giveaway points, as I like to say.
Nope.
Side out back to Cornerstone. Huffman's going to sub out. Heil's going to check back into the game for serving. Natalie Heil, in my opinion, when she is on, she has one of the best serves out there. That one, perfect example right there. And an ace for Heil, 17-14.
Now the big thing is just being consistent with that now and making sure she gets it in there on a consistent basis.
Yep, and it's always been the second serve attempt for her right there. So
you jinxed her.
You watch enough of these, you kind of pick up on things.
You jinxed her, Dan.
Side out back to Tremont. Back to serve, pink shirt. Fires back row. Masters up in the air, little off kilter. This one goes back. Henner just has to pump it over. Back row dug out, up front to the center. Set back near side, fired, blocked at the net, and just enough tip to that ball. And it falls in the middle.
And that's one where I would like to see our girls at least make the dive for it.
Yep.
Get on the floor. I mean, that's key in this. And I think it was up there enough to be able to go get it. So
get some elbow pads on and go after it.
Yes.
Hennard up to Heil, near side. Agnew fires cross court, inbounds.
Nice
And
hit by Carly.
the set was just a little bit off, so she wasn't able to attack it.
Yeah.
But then again, just kind of a finesse game, fired it where nobody was, cross court, 18-16.
Yeah.
And Hancock back. Lob serve for Hancock up front row, set back near side, loads, fires, blocked at the net by Inescu. Back up again, Inescu right there. Going the wrong direction. At the net, here's Inescu, tips it back row, dug out by Masters. Up, Inescu's got to tip it, blocked though. She wasn't quite ready for it. And they're going to look for that from Inescu this year. Inescu did not see much court time at all on the varsity side last year from games, but practiced with the varsity squad all year long.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get her comfortable out here in game situation.
Yes.
Another nice hit by Agnew. This one returned. Kate Hancock dives for it.
Yeah, make the effort, though. That's
Yep.
good. Yeah, I think Emily's going to be a nice player. It just seems like she's just maybe a little half step behind, and I think when she gets used to the speed and all that, I think she will come on.
And she's got to have some game experience here.
Yes, yep.
Heil, Inescu, quick tip over. Set near side, loads, fires, and that one inbounds. And it's 19-18, a 1-point lead for Tremont now.
One thing I'm watching Emily with, I think maybe Jeff would say the same. I'd like to see her play more off the floor. She plays a little bit close to the floor.
Yep.
She's got height. I'd like to see her
use it,
jump, and get up. So
Hennard cross court, dug out nicely by the Turks. Set up, going to have to be bumped over, two-hand back row. Hancock keeps it alive. Heil back up in the middle. Hancock from the back row into the net. I will say, I know she's your daughter, but we saw it with Karis at the very beginning of the season last year. Just that little uncertainty.
Yep.
But it's like when that light switch went off for her.
Yep.
She was on fire.
Yeah.
2018, here comes Tremont. Dug out, this one's going to go over. Quick tip over, dug out by Heil. Masters call for it up at the net. Agnew tips it back to the back row, lets the girls reset here a little bit. Set near side, loads and fires into the net. Side out back to the Cyclones.
Yeah, in high school volleyball, you gotta learn to play above the net.
Yep.
That's what's going to make you super effective. And
Karis checks back into the game. 2019, nice serve by Masters. Set into the middle, two-hand tip over, dug out by Heil. Back to Masters. Hennard now fires cross court, dug out. Up in the air, far side, fires back row. Masters back to Heil. Hennard's just going to have to bump it over, puts it deep.
Good. Yep, good.
Two-hand tip over. Here we go. Heil's going to set up. Nope, missed the set. Set back far side, loads, fires into the net, and we're tied up at 20.
And that's what we're talking about, right? Let them make the error. Keep the ball in play, make smart decisions, let them make an unforced error, and that's what they just did.
We've got Agnew and Heil, both good volleyball players. And a great block and a throwdown there by Wolf. But right now, you can see it is evident, and I'm not just saying it because she's listening, but it's evident that we don't have our normal setter out there.
Yeah, yep,
that can really put that ball where it needs to go.
Yep.
Cross court, dug out, far side, now back to the middle. Two-hand tip over deep. Hancock just missed it.
So watching Lily from Tremont, Lily Klaus, she's always seeking to push that back in that corner. We got to read that, and she's going to keep sending it deep there until we do something to stop that.
Back up in the net. Heil sets up Agnew. Fires blocked. Dug back out by Masters. Up in the air. There's Wolf. Pushes it across court, but dug out nicely by the Turks. Fired. Nice dig by Masters, but that one goes up into the net. It's 22-21, a 1-point lead for the T-Erks. Serve this one. Hennard up at the net. Heil brings it way back. Cyclones just do get it over. Set to the middle. Loads, fires. That one off Heil's arm out the back. And you see Morin down there. Girls just weren't set up and ready for that. It's almost like they just took a sigh and they weren't down in their attack position.
Yep.
2-point lead, 23-21. Heil, one-hand tip over. Back up at the net, near side. Loads, fires, blocked! But it goes out of bounds on the block by Hennard. And it'll be 24-21, set point. Back row, Hancock, Heil. Missed it, yep. Wolf was there, but the set just wasn't. Bumped over, back row, Masters. Heil again. Here we go, Hennard outside.
Good hit.
Yep, this one trouble at the net.
Should have had that.
We just missed it.
Yep.
And that is set number 1 victory. Goes over to Tremont. That's about all you're going to get from me from music. I do have music going here, but that was more so. I was showing somebody earlier how the system works.
Passed it on to you, man. My days of PA announcer for boys basketball is over.
Your playlist is there.
Is
brother.
it?
This is not. This is picked out by the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Pink Ferrari, I don't think was in your collection.
No, it would not be.
By Zach Hood. I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know who that is either. Best of Van Halen, Volume 1, though. That's pretty
that
nice.
was what I was listening to earlier today in the office. It was kind of a nice day. I was the only one in the office today.
Let's take a look at Dan's music taste here. Jennifer Lopez.
That's
really?
not mine. My
J-Lo?
daughter was searching that. I do not like J-Lo.
come
The
on.
Rippingtons, absolutely fantastic.
You like I've never heard of the Rippingtons.
Rippingtons, all jazz.
Okay.
It's either jazz or early 90s rock. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
See, did I make? I was starting to make kind of a list of favorites. Here you go. Now, if you want to see some of my favorites, Sunny and 75, Joe Nichols, Slaughter, Eye to Eye. That one's in there.
Never heard that.
You know Slaughter, though, right?
I don't know.
Okay, Firehouse. You know Firehouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that every junior high dance you always dance to.
Oh,
Finally
yeah.
found the love of a lifetime.
Oh,
Firehouse.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold Your Fire, Rocky Tonight. Those are great ones. Humans Being. We know that one. Def Leppard Photograph.
Okay.
Fantastic one. Florida Georgia Line. Oh, State of Mind. So here, let me tell you this. If you've not, do you like yourself some good hard
is that
rock?
Phil Collins?
Yeah. It's State of Mind. It's a heavy metal band that has remixed Phil Collins.
Really?
It's fantastic.
Really?
It's done well. They actually remixed God's Country as
No
well.
way.
They remixed What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts
Yes.
into heavy metal. Danger Zone
Really?
in there.
Really?
It's fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to have to look these up.
Yeah, it's great.
This is God's country.
Yep, except they're doing it with, and the mixing is done amazingly well.
Someone does have to tell Blake Sheldon it's time to him to retire.
It is.
He needs to hang it up.
Yep.
When he sang on The Voice this year, it was like, Blake, it's his time, buddy.
Yeah, Blake, I'm sorry.
It's kind of like Jeff Moore in the distance. Somebody needs to tell Jeff that it's time to stop going the distance.
Somebody does tell Stephen Curtis Chapman the same exact
Oh,
thing.
no.
It's just not there, man.
No, I
It's
love
just not
Stephen
there.
Curtis.
I love the guy, too.
He still has a voice, though.
I've met him several times, and it's just not
I love
the same.
SC squared.
It's just not the same.
now you've crossed the line. I get
Now-
it. Jeff Moore's distance is done. Jeff Moore's
distance, it's gone.
He needs to draw the line. I still like SC squared. Smitty, I think Smitty too. It's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, Smitty is now he's gotten into the worship end of things, and so
Yeah.
he's trying to
True.
do the worship thing.
Yeah. What was
Christian music has gone the way of the dodo. You don't. I say that. It's more worship music now. You don't have a lot of the performance Christian music like you did back when we were
Audio Adrenaline,
DC Talk, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You don't have that anymore.
No.
Heil, nice serve. This one deep into the back, though. Returned by Tremont. Tipped over, one hand, dug out by, I think that's Leah Huffman up there. There's Karras, blocked at the net. Huffman, two-hand
nice
tip
play.
over. And I tell you what, by the end of the season, Leah Huffman will be your sixth person off the bench. She will.
And she looks like she's grown some. Looks like she's put a little height on.
She has. Everything has started to click with her, and I
Good.
saw it last night in the JV game. Back set, going the wrong way. Nice play by Tremont. Heil over to Agnew. Quick tip over. That one down on the ground. Saved up nicely. Two-hand over. And, again, it just goes to show right there, it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Yep.
She looked down as that ball's coming, knew where she wanted to put it, and just two-handed it into place.
Yep. Just put it in the empty spot.
Uno. Actually, I think it's 2-1. Cross court. That one tipped by Tremont. Would have been way out of bounds.
Yes.
And it's now 2-2. I see some JV squad members filing in to watch the girls here. I think the girls are going to a cookout tonight. They knew Carson was going to be out of town, so they said, let's get together and party.
Carson. This is true. Although she's partying out in the great state of New Jersey.
Her and both of the people. This one going the wrong direction. Nice serve.
Hopefully she's not out in the Meadowlands, that nuclear wasteland out there called the Meadowlands.
You know, New Jersey is one of the places I haven't been to. I think I've been through it.
There's some really pretty places of New Jersey, and then there's some really ugly places of New Jersey.
I don't remember it. I drove through it between like 1 and 3 a.m. back when I was out on the Bob Carlisle tour. Remember that one?
Yes. Really? Were you a sound guy?
Yep, sure was. Karis Wolf bumped it over back door. Back row up there. Wolf right there reached completely over the net. No call because there's no official. She gets away with it, and it's a point to the Cyclones.
Was Bob Carlisle a Butterfly Kisses guy?
He was Butterfly Kisses guy. Natalie Grant was out there with us as well.
Really?
Yep. And so Natalie, matter of fact, I think it's probably, I probably talked to her 4 years ago.
Really?
Yep. We had our video director on that tour passed away from cancer, and so we got in touch and
so sad
to let her know. I've got a lot of fun stories I could tell, but nobody's here for that. Leah Huffman is back to serve. That's what people are here for.
We are here for a volleyball
6-1 Cyclones. That was a really scared hit right now. Two-hand over. Agnew brings it back up. Heil's going to set up Agnew. Turns, fires, cross-court, dug out. Going the wrong direction. We've got a little different lineup in here for Tremont. Huffman again. Back to Heil. Agnew retreats. Tipped at the net. Brought up on the back row. Back set, near side, tipped. And there's again by Karis. We see the front row getting hands on it, but just going a little bit awry. Eliana Woodman into the game. Kinzinger in there as well. Masters in the back row. Those are the three. Fire dug out by Masters. Over in one, though. This one's going to be trouble going the wrong direction. Got to get it over. They do. Let it go out of bounds. Played. Heil. Wolf.
It looks like a
that
carry
was a
to
throw.
me.
It does totally look like a carry. We're going to have to see what the first whistle is
yes.
in the season, then we'll know.
Yes. Yeah, it just looks like a carry to me, but I don't know.
Faith Hughes into the game for the first time as well. Set up far side. Agnew right there. Let it go out of bounds. And well anticipated by Carly Agnew.
Mm-hmm.
She was one that did not get to play varsity last year.
Because she transferred in. So she'll be here for a full season.
What a great serve. What a great serve. That one straight as an arrow and had some zip to it as well. 9-2. Cyclones lead by 7. Another great serve. Dug out this time. Set up far side. Loads, fires, tipped at the net. Heil reaches. Dug out. Trying to get it dug out at the net.
I'd like to see Natalie get a little bit more aggressive. She's just a little too timid on some of those shots. She's got to go after it.
Well, she's got big shoes to fill right now.
Yep.
But she is definitely, you can tell she is being groomed to be the number 2 center. You know, if they decide to go with a 4-2 defense?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works. I'm just going off of what it's a 4-2, Dave, that they would like to try, and that would be with 2 setters. Nobody correct me. Heil up at the net. Eliana Woodman, back row, dug back out. Set up to the middle, back row fires. What a nice hit by Teal Shoes back there for Tremont. They got some height over on that team.
Yes, they do. And some athleticism.
Yes,
There's
they do.
Some athleticism there.
Nice dig by Woodman. Heil. Back to Masters. 6-2. So, Dave Wolf, it is actually a 6-2. Chad Witt was trying to tell me it was a 4-2, but I had to correct him and tell him it was a 6-2.
Okay.
So it's a 6-2, Chad Witt.
Yeah. I just remember the days where we played 3 up front, 3 in the back, and you just rotated in a big rectangle. I don't know anything about volleyball rotation.
It's just you in a circle.
That's it, man.
That's it.
And I always wanted to get up to the front left so I could try to spike it as much as I could. So
Now, if you played in his setup, you could be front left every
exactly.
play.
I could be front left every play. Yes. So
Masters, that one reached for Agnew. And it's 9-7 now. Tremont climbing back into it. So back row is Masters, Woodman, and Kinzinger. Front row, Agnew, Heil, and
Faith,
Hughes.
Faith Hughes, yep.
Kinzinger digs down, tries to pass it up there. 9-8.
Just some communication stuff, you know. It's just constant communication in volleyball. Nice serve.
Yep, great serve. And I think you might start seeing some. That's wit.
Nice, Chad. That's lovely. Thank you for the GIF.
Yep. The gif of Jordan. Man, I don't watch the NBA anymore, do you?
I do not. I watched it maybe just a few games this year.
I shut it down when he quit playing.
Yes. It's not the. My son and I were actually arguing about that today, that the NBA is not what it used to be.
No, it's not.
So.
And Jordan's kind of a jerk of a guy, but, man, he was a lot of fun to watch.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Well, all those years, like, you know, my son was trying to tell me today that Bird couldn't play in this league. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, my gosh.
Larry Bird would eat circles around all these guys
Holy
today.
cow.
So, you know, he you know, it's just.
Tell Cade that who is it? Cade?
No, it was Zach. It was
Zach.
Yeah.
Tell Zach he needs to go back and watch
Yes.
some of the Olympic training when we had the Dream Team,
Yes.
where the guys got mad at each other.
Oh yeah.
And they just went out there and decided they were just going to take them and take over the game.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yes.
Nice job by Woodman, but
play.
over in one.
Had a nice recovery by our girls there just a few moments ago.
That one's going to go away way of Tremont off of Woodman's hands, 11-10. Tremont up by 1, so it has been a 10-1 run now for Tremont. And make it a 10-2 run. Side out, tied up at 11. Woodman going to check out, and Heil going to check out. Huffman checking in, and Hennard back into the game. Back to serve, Kinzinger. Back row, lob serve right at the net. Hughes there. Tremont gets it over, back corner, Kinzinger up. Agnew has to chase. This one's got to go over, and not quite enough on it.
Good try.
Well, the first pass was not up. Agnew had to chase after a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like we're a little slow on the communication too, you know, so.
Masters up to Agnew, near side. Here comes Huffman. Load of steam. That one dug out. Tip back row. Kinzinger. Pass up. Agnew. Set back to Kinzinger from the back row. Little bit of an arc there. This one rolling around. Two-hand fan. Back corner.
Nice.
Keeps it in play.
Good
Agnew.
play. Nice play. That was a nice play by the girls.
Far side. Loads. Tipped at the net. Out of bounds.
Good job, though.
And a point to Tremont, 12-11. Tremont
battled on that one.
leads. That one grazes the net. Huffman. You know, anytime you can make the ball hit the net like that, if you could do it intentionally, do it every single time, because it completely throws everybody off.
Everything.
14-11. That one into the net.
Well, get all the rust out now, right?
Yep.
Because August, right, is when we start. Is that when season starts?
August 17th is our
Game
first.
one?
That's our preseason game.
Okay.
Tri-Valley. That
Okay.
will be our next broadcast.
Okay. And when's basketball start for you?
It will not start until I think the third week in October, second week in October, something like that.
Okay.
That one out. Side out back to the Cyclones, 15-13. So another one we're going to miss this year, who is out for the season, Maddie Dems, who last year I saw some glimpses of just her natural athleticism, of being able to come in and fill a role when necessary, and then fight for a spot as well. And then she tore her ACL in practice, or scrimmage, or whatever we're going to say it was, open gyms here a few weeks back. And so we will miss Maddie.
Yeah, it's just such a freak thing in volleyball to tear your ACL. I've known a couple girl volleyball players that have done that. You don't think of it in volleyball a lot, but when you think of the movements and the slipping and some of the it's becoming a little bit more.
Yep. Nice block at the net by Tremont. 17-13 now. Turks lead by 4.
So let's see how the girls respond, right? I mean, this is what we talk about. This is the time to build that mental toughness.
Nice dive attempt there by Masters. And 18-13. And this one is on its way to a third set. Deep back row, that one off the hands of Huffman. Out back, 19-13. Okay, so this is one of those moments where you got to dig deep. You've been outscored here, 18-4, 19-4 now.
Yep. What were we up, 10-1?
9-1. So Hancock's going to check back in for Huffman. So it'll be Hancock, Masters, Kinzinger in the back row, Heil, Wolf, and Agnew in the front row. Wolf loads, fires, back corner, and down.
Timing was off a little bit on that for Karis.
That's
she
okay.
was able to get it in, so that was nice.
You know, there's one thing about mistiming your jump, but when you can adjust your hand.
Yeah. Well, even the speed of that hit, you know, she wasn't killing it where it's going to be out of control. So, nice serve.
Huffman back into serve there. Nice serve. Wolf pumps one over. Set far side. Loads, fires. Yep. That one a beautiful kill.
That was nice.
She's got a great arm on her.
Yeah, that was a nice kill there.
Woodman checks back into the game now for, for Leah Huffman. This one into the net. Side out, back to the Cyclones. And Masters will rotate out. Now you've got Agnew, Kinzinger, Hughes up front, and Heil. Wolf, another great serve. Wolf, Heil, and Woodman in the back row. Wolf brings that up. Kinzinger over to Agnew. Agnew fires cross court, dug out, going a little bit awry here. Near side, two-hand tip over. Wolf, near side, Kinzinger. Mistimed it, but it worked.
Good job, Aubrey.
Mistimed it, but
good
stayed
recovery.
with it.
It's good. Again, don't make something happen out of
Yep.
it. You just get it over, get it in play, let them. That was great play by Aubrey.
21-16. And that one for Wolf makes it 22-16. Masters back into the game for Wolf in that back row. Pink shoes, back to serve. Woodman, Heil, Agnew.
Nice hit,
That
Carly.
worked right there.
But Carly gets, she knows how to kill that.
She does.
Not getting off the ground real high, but she knows how to place it, and nice play.
Hennard back into the game for Heil. Lots of substitutions here. I think you're going to see that a lot this year.
Yeah.
I really do. You've got a lot of situational and a lot of position players. Nice job by Kinzinger. Keep that one alive. She's got to get it over, and does back in play.
Aubrey.
Back up the net, far side, loads, fires, back row, brought up. Agnew over to Kinzinger, fires, back row! And they're going to say it was out just by a hair. So it will be Tremont ball, 22.
I thought that might have been
23-17.
tipped. Didn't you think?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
The officials are the coaches.
Yeah. I thought it was tipped.
Woodman just missed that one. And then we weren't ready for it. 24-17, so it's going to be set point, and we're going to go to a third set here. Woodman, this one's going to be trouble up the net. Back.
Nice get.
Woodman's not going to get it over.
Nope.
So 25-17.
Tremont's won 2 sets, right? 2-0. Play one more.
I'm going to look and see here. I'm assuming we will. I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, it's Friday night. Where else are we going?
Home to bed.
It's true. I mean, yes.
I got to go to a bus refresher course tomorrow, Dan.
Do you?
Yes.
I got to go to an all-day JV tournament tomorrow. Boy, am I excited.
Hey, we get to come over and play you guys this year. Eureka Basketball is coming over to play you guys this year in junior high basketball.
Are you coaching?
Volunteer assistant, yeah.
Okay. Well, weren't you coaching full-time last year?
No, I was a volunteer assistant with
Okay.
Eureka, and then just watching Cade. So, yep. So I'll be doing that again this year.
So we'll have Steve Smith and I. So Steve Smith will be the 8th grade coach. I'll be the 7th grade coach, and we'll assist each other. But I've kind of wanted to get back into coaching, and working with these boys. I've done track, but let's face it, I don't know jack about track. And
there's an old video game like that, remember? Right. You don't know Jack? Remember?
True, yep.
Yeah,
sure
it was. Let me see when we play you guys here. It's here at Cornerstone. All right, 7th grade boys basketball.
Is our schedule up on there yet?
It is.
All right.
The Hornets of Eureka will be here on Saturday, January 6th.
January 6th.
Come on now.
January 6th.
January 6th.
You know, Saturday games are so much fun.
Oh, they are.
Our kids play so well on Saturdays.
Nothing like coming to play on a Saturday. You know. Hey, it'll be fun, though.
Yes, it will.
Be fun sitting on the opposite bench against you. So
that means I can yell at you guys.
You can. I'm going to yell at you.
Just yell back.
Should we have just a little fighting match?
Let's get
fun
thrown
fighting
out.
match?
Let's do it. Let's get thrown out.
You and me. You tell Goatee Man over there to sit down and be quiet.
Tell that tall ogre. He knows where he can put it.
Oh, yeah. Getting kicked out at Cornerstone Christian Academy 7th grade basketball game. That would go really well.
Davis, listen, man. We knew what we were doing.
It was all staged, man. It was all staged. We'll have fun.
Oh, here we are. We're back in a volleyball game. Tremont tied us up 1-1. Back to serve. 0-0 here, set number 3. Masters going the wrong way. She's got to go chase it, trying to get it over, and does. Nice save by Tremont. Near side, fires left hand, off on a block. This one at the net. Agnew loads up, misses it. Wolf does, just timed it. She was looking for that short set.
Looking for the short one. Yep.
That would have been there if Carson selfishly didn't go to New Jersey. Sorry, Carson. I'm just messing with you. It's fun.
Carsonian.
Carcinogen.
You got to start bringing back the sponsorships this year. I'm really missing Wits Mitts. Burned my hand the other day on the grill because I didn't have Wits Mitts.
I had Josh Jeffries muffins, too. Oh, boy.
The Dan and Dave comedy show, comedy hour.
All right, here we go. Back to Agnew. Back set. Hancock just quick tip over. Dug out by the back row. Up near set. Far side. Loads, fires. Tipped at the net. Agnew just off her hand. And here is where the wheels are starting to come off. 4-0 quickly here. Tremont in set number 3.
Yep. We have got to develop mental toughness. Stop hanging our heads. Next play.
Nice kill by Wood, but just out of bounds. You know, here's what I will say. You have got a lot of talent out there, but we're asking girls that have been practicing with Carson all season long
Right.
to now play in Carson's position when they've been practicing elsewhere.
Sure.
Nice tip over.
Yep.
Leah Huffman, I really, really, really like her, and what a block by Wolf. I really do.
Yep.
I think Huffman is going to be just a force to be reckoned with here.
Yep. Well, it just shows you that everybody's got to be ready, because you never want an injury.
That's right, and injuries are going to happen.
You never want an injury. You don't want to lose a Carson. You don't want to lose a Karis. You don't want to lose a. But everybody's got to be ready, because those moments may happen, and you don't want those to happen. But so even in times like this, it's important for them to develop that. So it's good they're doing it now, not in season.
Yep.
So
set far side. That one went outside the upright, but we're not going to say anything about it. Huffman's just going to bump it over into play. Tremont up at the net, could be problems. Quick tip over. Masters digs it out. Agnew, back row. Hancock loads, tries to fire it deep. Let the girls reset. Set far side. Loads, fires. And when she can get set up perfectly like that, she's going to be hard to return.
that girl, she's got that play down cross court. We got to read that. Defense has got to read that.
6-2 the score here in set number 3. All knotted up 1-1. This one, you can't do anything about that.
Can't do that.
Not a thing.
Like you said, if you could do that every single play.
Yep. Masters up at the net. Agnew reaches over. That one on the line might be coming back. It is 6-3. So Agnew.
A nice play by Carly.
Yep. Faith Hughes checking back into the game. Back to serve Karis Wolf. Fires this one. Nice serve by Wolf. Tell you what, man, if she can serve like that all season, right now she's got the hardest serve on the team.
Yeah, she's just got to be consistent. That's her struggle. Like we were talking earlier with some of the other players, just being consistent in that.
Well, she hits it so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that serve is, and when you're hitting it that hard, there's no room for error. That's the other thing. There's not a whole lot of forgiveness.
Yeah, your mechanics have got to be spot on.
Yep.
And she's got that natural dip.
Yep. 3 straight by Wolf has tied this back up at 6.
Okay, let's ride this wave, girls, a little bit.
Wolf back at it.
Nice
serve. Back row. Up in the air, just going to have to bump it over. Hits it into the net. Cyclones take a 1-point lead here. So after falling quickly 4-0 in set number 3, they've rallied off a 7-2 run, led mainly here by Karis Wolf. Another great serve.
Great serve.
And, it goes both ways. When you're serving that hard, there's very little room for error, but there's also very little room for error on the returner side as well.
Yes.
This one's going to go long. That one sailed a bit on her.
Yep. She didn't get her hand over the top, and so.
But 4 straight points there by Wolf has given the Cyclones a 1-point lead here. And Tremont back with the ball. A pink shirt is back to serve, and it does. Hennard, Agnew, back to Hennard, just bumps it over, back row, dug out by the Turks. Setter, far side, loads, fires, this one back row, dug out by Hancock. Agnew again. There's Huffman, just gets it back in play. The girls need to get something going here. Fires cross court out of bounds. Nice hit.
Yep.
She is the same girl that's hitting from the other side so well.
Yep.
Now comes over to the right side. Substitutions coming back in. That is Heil back to serve for Huffman. Nice serve by Heil. This one up at the net. Quick tip over. Dug out by Hennard. Heil with it. Hennard near side. Fires at the net. Tipped. And in play. Not going to happen. Point to the Cyclones.
Yep.
Natalie Heil is another one that I have always been a fan of her serving. And when she is on, she is on.
Yes.
But it's always serve number 2. Out of bounds. So if you'll see throughout the season, if she gets number 2 down, then it just kind of rolls from there.
Yep.
Back to serve Tremont. Up in the air. Masters up to Heil. Near side. Now Agnew loads.
Nice
fires. And a great kill by Carly Agnew off the hands of the Turks. And the Cyclones need to have that when Wolf or Hancock or somebody's out of the game. They got to have that next hitter.
Yeah. And Carly plays a smart volleyball game. I mean, she knows.
She does.
She knows where to place it, and
Well, I think you probably know the Agnews pretty well now over in Eureka. They've got another daughter that is,
Krissa.
I think all their girls are fantastic volleyball players.
Your youngest daughter, Krissa, she's been traveling with some national teams and has done very, very well. So they got a pretty strong program over there.
Hancock did the Wolf throwdown right there. Miscommunication up in the middle. Will be a side out back over to Tremont. That was totally, you caught it and threw it down. I mean, I'm seeing him palm it.
I'm just like, wow, that's not a carry. Chad would help us out. Is that a carry?
Yeah, Chad would know. Chad's in tune with all the officiating. Hancock over in one. Bump back over in one as well. Hughes turns around. Agnew fires cross court. Dug out by the Turks. Up in the air. Cross court. Dug out by Hennard. Heil. Near side. Hancock fires back row. Tipped, though. That was tipped. Nope. They're not going to say it was.
Okay.
I thought it was tipped. I thought I saw a little delineation in the ball.
A delineation?
Yeah, how'd you like those? Not only do I have new music, I have new words.
That's awesome.
Yep. Nice play by the girls. Hancock gets it back over. Then the big kill. Big stick tries to get it out. Masters has to put it in play. She does. Back up at the net. Quick one hand over. New Masters had sucked up. She does that well.
Yes.
Saw that gap.
Lily's a really smart volleyball player for Tremont.
Chad Witt says it looks like it, but who knows what the refs will call. That's exactly what we would said. That's exactly what we said. So, I think the days of asking Chad his advice are done.
Yeah.
So we said.
Go back to selling Witt's mitts, Chad. We don't want your advice anymore.
Hennard out for hands, going the wrong way. Masters tries to save it. Hancock puts it in play. Set back to the middle back. Fires backcourt. What a great kill.
That was a great kill.
Well done by Tremont. Tremont now.
Coming back.
Well, Agnew's going to say it was out of bounds. Tremont says it was in. I think you replay it at that point in time. Replay it. Replay it. My thumbs are up. I'm the official. And they're going to replay it. Yep.
Okay. I thought it was in from here.
I did too, actually. Near side, Hancock loads.
Out.
Yeah, her timing was just a little bit off there.
And I didn't see any delineation on that.
There was no delineation in that.
And why would we want Chad Witt's opinion anyhow? He's a Bronco fan.
Yes, and he's in Jersey.
He's a Bronco fan.
What sense does that make?
Come on, Chad.
John Elway?
You guys sold everybody for Russell Wilson.
Good job on that one.
Yeah.
I think he's ranked number 27th out of 30 this year.
How'd that work out for you, Chad?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take some advice from us Bears fans. We know how to win.
I'm not a Bears fan. I'm a Steeler fan.
Well, sorry, Ben. Is Roethlisberger? He's been gone for what, 3
retired.
seasons now?
No, he retired 2 years ago.
2 seasons.
Kenny
ago.
Pickett is our starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's the other problem. You got a kid named Kenny.
Kenny.
I love Kennys, but it's not a quarterback name.
Okay.
You need a name like Ace or Turbo or
Bullet.
something like that.
Cannon. Howitzer.
That's right.
There's a pass from Howitzer. Howitzer Smith.
And hey, we're smart. We drafted a Trubisky. I mean, what is?
He's on the Steelers now.
He is, and he actually has done well when he's in there.
I actually think the Bears messed him up.
Well, they
Chad's
did.
like Sean Payton. Enough said.
True.
Yeah. How many Super Bowls did Sean win, Chad? I think one.
One.
He won one.
Yeah, but he always looked good doing it. He was a well-dressed, cool, calm guy.
He was.
Agnew catches this one. Tied up 14-14. In the background of our conversation, there's a volleyball game still going on.
There is.
Carson's just like, shut up, both of you guys. Matter of fact, they're not listening to the broadcast anymore.
Nobody
It's
is.
an audio or a video only feed right
No,
now.
we still have 9. We still have 9 people.
Yeah, but it's video only. They turned the volume down.
Oh, yeah. We're done listening to these guys.
15-14. Tremont up by 1. Back row, Hennard. Up to Agnew. Back set. There's Kate Hancock. Fires. Back row. Set up. Here's the big dog. Loads, fires off Hennard's hands. Out of bounds. 16-14. Back to a 2-point Tremont lead. Have you had dinner yet tonight?
I have not.
What's on the docket for dinner tonight?
I don't know. We'll probably go home and eat at home. Leftover burgers from July 4th.
Yeah, well, they're still good.
Yeah. So.
You had 37 of them on there.
I did. I had a lot. We had a lot of dead beef.
Nice jibe by Hancock, by Wolf. Blocked by one of the trees from Tremont. (18-14). Make that 18-15. And it'll come back to the Sickle Ones. Hancock will be back to serve. She is the only Cyclone player wearing a gray shirt, not the standard black.
Good serve.
However, my lovely daughter last night was wearing the only black and white shirt.
Nice.
So it can be done. Agnew, Wolf throws it down. That was a dunk. That was a pure dunk. Back set. Leah Huffman. Nice job by Huffman.
That shot delineated, Dan.
It did, out of bounds. That was a delineation outside of the perimeter of this structure. And the guidelines set thus before us.
Yes.
16-18, Cyclones trail by 2. Hancock back again. Nice serve by Hancock. Set, brought back up in the middle. Just have to get it in play. They do. Hancock. Agnew goes chasing. Back to Masters. Fires, tipped.
Nice.
Caused a problem. And they get it back over. Masters gets it again. Watch out, Wolf, near side.
Just get it over.
And that one out of bounds. The other thing, too, is that Wolf's looking for that short set.
Yeah.
Agnew might not be that comfortable throwing it, too. You know?
True. Yeah, whereas Carson would be.
Yep. Agnew back to Huffman. Up in the air. Trying to go back into play. Just trying to throw it over. Does Agnew. Great save. Up at the net. Could be problems, and it will be a point to the Cyclones. Cyclones back to a 2-point deficit at 19-17. So this one's going to come down to it here. And we've got the right person serving. Hughes checks back into the game. Wolf back to serve. See if she can't get some down. Beautiful serve. Over and one. Wolf. We missed it. Hughes just missed it. That's okay. 2017 going back to Tremont. Masters checks back into the game. Back to serve. Hancock off her hands, and it's now 21-17. I think you throw your starting back line back in right now. We have Chad Witt's in-laws. Hello, Chad Witt. The Witt family, apparently. All 9 are Witts. They're probably all in the same house, too, all watching on different monitors.
Yes.
Going the wrong direction, out of bounds. Chad, are your in-laws there with you right now? Are they watching from somewhere else? 2018 coming back to the Cyclones. Heil back to serve. I'm hungry now. This one out of bounds, 2019.
Nice play.
I think tonight I might go get a burger tonight, actually.
Burger sounds really good.
Because I think the girls are all going to.
Yes.
I think I'll just go get a burger tonight.
I'd go with you, but.
You ever been to Nero's, Gyro's, or whatever? They
No.
make a great burger in the. Yes, they are here. See, I knew it. They're probably in the other room, he said.
Nice.
Other room watching on a different TV.
Beautiful.
No socialization taking place in the Witt family. Carson's in one room. Chad's in the other. The in-laws are in another. Laura's probably out on her phone on the deck. That one up, going to be problems. It's now 22-19, back to a 3-point lead for Tremont. It's an incredible burger for me, and here's why. The secret to the Nero Gyro burger is Chinese 5-spice powder in the meat. He puts it in. It's fantastic. That one inbounds. That's inbounds. That's inbounds. Yep, Morin's showing it.
Yep.
But if
so
you've
where
never,
is Nero's Gyros?
Well, it used to be Nero's. Now it's Super Gyros.
Okay.
It's right over by Meyer, that little strip mall right to the west of it.
Yeah.
This one into the net, and it will come back to the Cyclones, and the Cyclones are going to have to do something right now. 23-20.
Yep. Well, again, if you look at the faces of our girls, right, you just see this frustration, defeatedness.
Ace.
So,
well,
it's
at the beginning you were having them run together,
yes,
and even on the bad plays, they're congratulating.
Yep.
That's kind of gone.
You got to get mentally tough.
Yep. Get ready. You're going to have those down moments.
I do have to say to Chad Witt, though, as a Steeler fan, I can't really talk because Tim Tebow beat us in the playoffs.
Well,
that says a lot.
This is true. Tebow mania, baby.
Tebow.
Heil near side, Hancock cross court. Dug it out. Tremont did. Set up. Loads, fires. Yep, I knew that was coming. It's 24-21 and match point now.
That girl's a nice hitter for Tremont.
They've got a couple of them.
She can get up, too. So, teal shoes.
Teal shoes. Well, she stands about 6'9" and hits it very hard. Masters up into the net. This is going to be problems. Yep, right there. And that's how it ends. The girls drop it in 3 after picking up a set 1 victory. But a lot of different things that we saw tonight. And I think Coach was really trying to get everybody involved in this game. He did. Everybody got a little bit of playing time. And you saw some – we saw the positives that we're going to have throughout the season. We also saw some of the negatives.
Sure.
But definitely enjoyed seeing these girls.
Yep.
It's a different look team than what we had last year.
It is, and I think the potential to be an exceptional team is there. I think for me, going back to what we've talked about all along, is you have got to be able to move on to the next play, and we get in situations where. We lose a few points, we don't communicate well, and we start hanging our heads, So, we've got to learn to turn the corner on that and get mentally tougher and move on to the next play. And I think if we can do that, we'll be a very, very difficult team to beat.
And we will. I 100% think we will. I think we get our core 6 in there. And that core 6, when they realize who they are, that's somebody else we didn't see in that second or third set was Anescu.
Yes.
We didn't see her pop back out there. So I wonder if she maybe tweaks something a little bit there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's coming. It's coming, and this is going to be a fun team to watch.
Yep.
Once we get everybody all put together, everybody is comfortable where they're going to be at. I think you're going to see 10 players this year on a rotation basis. I don't think this is going to be a 6-player team like we had last year or a 7-player team like we had last year. I think you're going to see a lot of girls in this that are going to be more specifically tuned to their what they're doing, what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
Going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And with Jeff, he's going to challenge them to. You're going to have to step up, and he's going to play those that are being effective. So it's. He gave the girls a lot of opportunity tonight to play, and these girls are going to have to step up and take that opportunity because once the season starts, you're in that. So
those go into Davis's office. Mr. Dawsett. Yes.
Yeah. So, potential to be a very exciting season. So
it will be.
Just have to.
Andy, hey, thanks for seeing this tonight and popping up. I'm going to shut this off so I can let you listen to the State of Mind song In the Air Tonight, which is freaking awesome.
Is this it right now?
No, this is My House by Flo Rida.
Oh, as in Florida?
It is. I think he's from Florida. And, we're so smart these days, we can't think of anything.
Well,
my nickname will be Illinois. Illinois.
Mine will be... M, S, and G.
All right,
Dan, it's been an absolute joy,
fun.
man.
Thanks,
I
Dave.
love it. It's great. So
Carson, Witt family, you guys all get
Safe
back
travels.
here. Yep, safe travels. Glad we could get this up for you guys. Our next broadcast coming up on August 17th. That's our first preseason game, August 17th. So over a month from now, you won't have to hear from me again. This all goes back into a bag, and we go from there. All right, last time from Cornerstone until the season gets started. For Dave Wolf, I'm Dan Kinsinger saying have a great night.